Okay, so today we're gonna be playing How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. You are a Nigel Wimble, hard-hitting PVTV documentary filmmaker. You are a 23 Millberry, close to finish filming the final episode of your award-winning series. How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. You have come to talk with Harold Fletcher, a 43-year-old man who has been grounded to his bedroom for over 30 years. Oh my god, that's a lot of time. Since his mother Margaret only allows Harold visitation for 15 minutes a day, you only have enough time to talk about 3 topics. Carefully choose 3 items of interest from Harold's room to learn how he copes with boredom and loneliness. Okay. Every item tells a story. But not every story is relevant to Nigel's show. Confirm your selections, then watch the documentary unfold. Your show will be scored by a focus group at the end. Good luck! Okay, that's nice. Can we move? No. Wait, it's just a select thing. A rabbit? This looks more like a creepy mouse than a rabbit, but okay. Fish tank, a guitar, paper stack, a TV, a truck, a crab clock, a mural, a bee poster, Margaret, a bed, and Harold. Okay, so yeah, so let's see the guitar because it's the first one that appears like in the main menu, so maybe it has something important. Examine guitar, select guitar, think about guitar, examine guitar.
How long has Harold been playing guitar? What if I've discovered a virtuoso? It looks well used.
Mother says I sing like a dog, howling in agony.
What? Gosh, their voices are quite creepy. Okay, think about guitar.
Potential soundbite. Music can turn your ears into eyes and show you worlds your eyes wouldn't believe.
Okay, let's see what else we have here. Select rabbit, examine rabbit.
This oversized cuddly toy looks like it's grown old with Harold. I bet a story about these two growing up could pull at the heartstrings. Wait, what are those stains?
Kevin's been rather good to me over the years.
Looks like they're all drugged or something because they speak like these all the time. Okay, like think about rabbit.
Potential soundbite. Harold and his co-prisoner, an overstuffed rabbit, have been through hell together, but at least they had each other to ease the loneliness. Then again, I'm reaching for the hankies.
Okay, so I think that this rabbit, like, because they all seem like they are going to be important for the film, but I don't know, because it looks like it's too easy. Ah, wait, there's a telescope, I didn't see it before. Well, let's check everything else, and then we decide.
Boris the KGB movie came out in the 80s. Was this the last movie Harold went out to see?
Boris is actually ex-KGB. He fights for us now. It shows people can change, Mother. This is why I don't allow Harold to watch movies anymore. Rotting his mind with Soviet propaganda.
Okay, think about the poster.
Potential soundbite. For some, movies are an escape from reality. For Harold, his reality is like a movie. One of those terrible indie movies.
Okay, so this one didn't catch my attention as much as the other ones, but I mean, who knows?
A modern TV? I'm surprised his mother allows him to watch television.
He's allowed that on no later than 8 p.m.
My goodness, and I thought my mom was strict.
Potential soundbite. For the isolated idiot, television isn't an escapism we all take for granted. Nice.
Okay. Let's see this one, the paper stack.
This looks like a screenplay. Is Harold writing a movie?
I like to write erotic drama set in science fiction landscapes.
Potential soundbite. With Hollywood already filled with deranged idiots, could there be room for one more?
LOL. I mean, he's insulting him all the time. Like, gosh, this is hard. I mean, fish tank.
An empty aquarium. Pet fish, like Harold, are prisoners to their environment. Well, I can draw a great parallel to this.
Harold's father was never there, so I got him a fish.
Yeah, but if the fish tank is empty, where's the fish? Did he eat the fish or something?
Potential soundbite. Like the fish, Harold is swimming in a sea of isolation. Yeah, that's really nice.
It's like it's taking like a philosophical path, and it's kind of weird because like all the drawings and the animation and everything is like very like it doesn't have much importance. I think like it's very simple, but at the same time the message it's trying to give us is quite weird. I don't know, like it's trying to give us like a serious message, but with all of these drawings, like I can take it seriously. The track.
An old toy truck, made by Harold's father, perhaps. Maybe I can trigger a painful memory.
Oh, Harold never plays with that, after everything his father did for him.
Potential soundbite. A poorly carved toy truck serves as a reminder of an absent father. Where sometimes life on the road means, Mummy, when's Daddy coming home? Well, that's gonna hit hard.
Okay, this is getting depressing. I don't want to hear about that. The clock?
I couldn't help but notice the novelty crab clock. Sometimes to combat loneliness, the isolated will attribute personality to inanimate objects. Like in that Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, Harold loves that clock. We sometimes use it to time the intervals between Harold being naughty. For every 5 minutes he's good, I don't smack him round the head.
Oh goodness, should we call child services or something? Because this mother is creepy as hell, like seriously, she's torturing her son.
Potential soundbite. For Harold, the watchful clock is ever ticking. In a way, time has been his only companion. Oh, that's fucking majestic, Nigel.
Okay, so yeah, we've explored all of this. Now let's see it like mural.
I noticed a mural on Harold's wall. Two fish swimming away from each other. Did Harold paint this as a metaphor for the relationship with his mother?
That was the first and last time Harold scribbled on his wall.
Because you smacked him, right? You smacked him, I'm sure.
Potential soundbite. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, that guy with no ears, and now Harold Fletcher? Have I discovered a tortured artist?
I mean, maybe, who knows?
Harold's only view to the larger world is through this telescope. It breaks your heart, hopefully.
Maud from 94 is rather slender.
Okay, so he's like maybe he's spying on his neighbors or something.
Potential soundbite. With an eye in the sky, you can sometimes forget where your feet are. Oh, that's poetic.
Okay. Let's examine the mother.
Harold's mother, Margaret. How long will she punish him for?
Oh, I wish you'd stop staring at me, Mr. Wimble. Harold doesn't need a father.
Ew, not like I want you, gosh. And like, she sounds like, I'm sorry, but she sounds like a man. It's like, and she's an old grandma, like, no, thank you, I'm better single.
Potential soundbite. A mother's love is very special. I've been with many single mothers, so I know firsthand how special it can be. Harold's mother's love is special, but not the kind of special love I'm looking for on a Saturday night. And neither is Harold.
Yeah, like, keeping your child isolated in like he's in prison in his own home for like 30 years is love. Yeah, sure. Okay, now let's see first the bed or Harold. The bed, Leslie, the main character.
A 42-year-old man still sleeping in a plastic race car bed? How pathetic. And it's just what I'm looking for.
Oh, Harold loves cars and sleeping. It only made sense to combine his passions.
And now, wait. What if I choose it like...
Harold Fletcher, a curious man in a curious situation.
Is this going to take long? Mother says visitation is only 15 minutes today, even though you're the first visitor I've ever had.
Okay, so now that we've seen all of this, we have to... I think we have to choose 3 of them. So first of all, I'm gonna choose a guitar. Like a guitar. Because like I said before, it appeared in the main menu, so I think it must be important. But I mean, who knows? And then the rabbit, because it also caught my attention. And next ones are tricky, because like they said important things, but it wasn't like really catchy, you know? So I'm gonna choose the mother. Let's see what she says in the documentary. Now, can we choose any other one? Like...
I need to remove an object before choosing another one.
Okay, well, let's choose this one first, like the guitar, the rabbit, and Margaret, and shoot documentary.
Are you sure this is the saddest music you could find? Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble, award-winning winner. Tonight on PBTV, I'm here to meet a man named Harold Fletcher as part of my How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness series. Harold has been grounded to his room for the past 30 years in an isolation case the likes we've never seen before. His mother Margaret, the warden to Harold's prison, has granted Harold a 15-minute visitation break to speak with us.
You won't mind a quick strip search for contraband, will ya?
We hope he can explain to us how he copes with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. Music can take you to places only your ears can see. The guitar is Harold's vessel to unseen worlds, and he is the captain.
If Mother allows it, I will play you a new piece I've been working on, entitled Plastic Race Car Bed.
How creative. Oh my god. Ah, it's the song from the intro.
Here we are, sitting in my car, my little plastic car, yes, here we are. Oh my car, my little plastic car, take me to the road and I sing this song. Old hot tar, not in my car, these tires are made for asphalt roads.
Well, it's catchy. I like it. Dude. Oh my goodness, you should, maybe you should become a singer. Well, we got an achievement.
Harold and his cohabiter, an overstuffed rabbit, have been through hell together, but at least had each other to ease the loneliness.
Yes, Kevin is a dear friend. We've become rather close over these past few years, and perhaps more than just friends at this stage.
No, please.
What do you mean by that?
I don't want to hear
Well,
about
Kevin
that.
has needs, and I have needs. I'm forever sewing that towel back on.
Oh, no.
We saw this kind of thing go on in our prison episode, so I'm not entirely surprised to see it happen in here too.
So
Whether this arrangement is mutual, we will never know,
he's...
as Kevin has decided to remain quiet during the making of this documentary.
I didn't want to know about
Harold's
that.
mother has always played prison warden, from room to room. Margaret, do you worry about the harm this isolation may be causing Harold?
Harold bolted this on himself. What about me? I've been isolated too. I haven't had sex since Harold's father died. No one would ever want to be stepfather to that little bastard. You should be making this documentary about me. I'm the one being punished.
Maybe they
so
wouldn't
lonely,
like
Mr.
with
Wimble.
you. Oh gosh.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates sandwiches. Do they really taste better cut diagonally? Let the evidence decide. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PBTV.
Yeah, I'm sure talking about sandwiches is very, very interesting. Wait. Alert, hot meals in your area. Margaret sounds DTF. Can you give her my number? Ah. Okay. So reshoot, exit, credits. Now let's do another one. Ah, okay, so we have to start from the beginning. That's not something I like, but anyways, try it. Yeah, same thing. Hopefully, like, he skips the introduction. Now we're gonna choose the fish tank, the truck, and the paper stack. I don't think it's gonna tell us much about him, but like, I mean, I thought talking about his mother would be important, but apparently it's not. They just gave us 1 point out of 10, so let's see how this goes.
His name's Harold Fletcher, and he spent the last 30 years grounded to his bedroom. In tonight's final part of How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated, we've saved the worst for last. And by worst, I mean award-winning. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble.
I can't even remember why I grounded him now. It wasn't for any one thing in particular. More just a bubbling pot of bad behaviour that needed to put a lid on, so to speak.
You can
Sure.
replace the word lid with Harold's bedroom door to understand Harold's mother's analogy. I was desperate to discover how Harold had been coping with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. You can lose hours to the peace and tranquility of a well-maintained aquarium. But like the fish, Harold is swimming in a sea of isolation.
I sometimes look at the fish tankers as if it is my bedroom and I am mother. But then I felt it wasn't fair to keep the fish isolated like me, so I set it free.
What did you do with the fish?
Well, I took it to school to release into the nearby brook. But by the time I had got there, it had dried out in my pocket.
Oh, he killed the fish? Fried fish.
A poorly carved toy truck serves as a reminder of an absent father, but sometimes life on the road means, Mummy, when's Daddy coming home?
Harold's father has been absent for most of his life, mostly owing to the fact that he's dead.
Yeah, because you killed
He
him.
was involved in a massive collision, resulting in 52 deaths.
Oh,
Father made me this truck himself. He said he used to work on it while he was on long journeys. The police officer said he was whittling the last piece when his truck collided with the school bus.
and how did the truck survive? Father, driver...
I spied a screenplay Harold had been working on. A movie producer in the making. He certainly wouldn't look at a place in Hollywood. He decided to read me some lines from his new screenplay called Brad Planet and the Tentacle of Temptation.
She ran her slightly damp tentacle across his cheek as he gazed longingly into her compound eyes. I don't care that you tried to bite my head off during coitus.
Oh, God.
I love you, Sheila. Run away to planet Vargon with me.
He's obsessed with
I love
sex,
you too,
isn't he?
Brad, but my father... Let me talk to him. He'll understand once I show him how much I love you. Now come here and kiss me. Oh, Brad. Sheila passionately kisses Brad with her 4 mouths.
What?
Brad slowly sticks his finger into her gooey.
No.
That will do, Harold. You're
Yeah.
a bloody space pervert.
Yeah, shut up. Just please shut up.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates cows and why so many stomachs. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PPTV.
Well, that's quite interesting. Yeah, I wanna know about cows too. Okay. 3 out of 10. Okay, so... like, okay. Yeah, it's not bad. The one thing I'm curious about is how does he know all about sex? Like, how does he even know about what sex is? If his mother, I'm sure his mother won't let him watch adult movies. Okay, let's try again. Okay, so we've chosen all these items. Now we're gonna choose the clock, mural, and the telescope. And the documentary. Then we're gonna have left the big poster, the TV, and the bed, because I don't think we can put Harold in the movie.
Isolation is no joke. It's not just boring, it's lonely too. Nobody understands that more than the subject of tonight's episode of How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble. Harold Fletcher has been grounded to his bedroom since 1986. That's over 30 years. His mother has offered us a rare glimpse into his life as prisoner and son.
On your feet, Fletcher. You have a visitor.
I hope to learn how Harold has coped with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. For Harold, the watchful clock is ever ticking. In a way, time has been his only companion.
I've always hated Crab Clock. He's always been there mocking me with his incessant ticking and tocking. Did you know he's ticked roughly 1,060,680,001, 2, 3 times since my incarceration? I didn't bother counting the tocks.
I don't know much about art, but I know all the greats had one thing in common: absent or awful mothers. Could Harold be a trapped artist?
I created this piece when I was about 9 years old. I had planned for an entire underwater scene, but only got as far as these fish before Mother burst through the door screaming. I was so startled, I stumbled and fell from the shelf, causing myself a serious back injury. The broken bones eventually healed on their own, but my breathing can be quite wheezy. I'm quite sure I needed medical attention, but Mother said only good boys are allowed to access the ambulance service. And he's never drawn on the wall since.
With an eye in the sky, you can sometimes forget where your feet are. For Harold, he never forgets where his feet are, but still has sights on the stars.
Yeah, and the cute neighbors too.
This old telescope has got me through many an afternoon. Sometimes I pretend I'm a World War II sniper and people at the bus stop are advancing Germans. They wouldn't stand a chance if it was a sniper rifle, let me tell you. They could try taking cover, but I'm pretty sure the bullets would penetrate the bus shelter. It would be an absolute bloodbath.
Okay, so his mother is not the only one who's crazy here.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates cows and why so many stomachs. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PPTV.
Yeah, none of them is 10, so we're gonna reshoot. We will select the last options we have. And then I don't know if I wanna, like, if I remember all the ones that got a 10, maybe if we get them all together, we're gonna get the special ending or something, but I don't know. And I don't want to watch all the documentary again with the options that we've already seen, so we'll see how it goes. Now, the B poster, the TV, and the bed. Okay, shoot documentary. Well, the ones that got a 10, I think it was the rabbit, the guitar for sure, and the rock. I think it was those three. I don't know, I'm gonna try it later.
Isolation is no joke. It's not just boring, it's lonely too. Nobody understands that more than the subject of tonight's episode of How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble. Harold Fletcher has been grounded to his bedroom since 1986. That's over 30 years. His mother has offered us a rare glimpse into his life as prisoner and son.
On your feet, Fletcher. You have a visitor.
I hope to learn how Harold has coped with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. I noticed a poster for an old children's movie. For some, movies are an escape from reality. For Harold, his reality is like a movie. A depressing TV movie, starring actors you haven't seen in 20 years.
I do love getting lost in a good movie. I think Boris the KGB movie was the last time I did get lost in a movie. It was the last time Mother rewarded me for good behaviour. I remember it like yesterday.
They are showing us the movie.
I'm a mean, I'm an intellectual. I'm Russian, you see, I'm the homosexual. Good night, comrade, your drink's been laced. I'm gonna tie you up, pollinate your face. I want to torture you, make you scream. After all, I'm Boris the KGB. You better be there, brother, or I'm breaking these. I'm a mad brother, buzzer, I'm KGB. You want to buzz with me, you can't buzz with me. To the K, to the G, to the mother buzzer B. You say you want to leave, but you gotta die. You better say goodbye. Here comes some cyanide. Boris, please, you don't have to do this. It was just business, it was all about the honey. I'm not a traitor, I love this country. You've got to release me, you have to see. I'm country first and I'm still KGB. You are no longer KGB, you're just a simple worker bee. Prison number 33, you haven't never broken knee. Would you like a cup of tea? That was just a joke, you see. You'll never see a cup of tea as long as you're allowed to drink. The coffee is available if you like a cup of tube. Would you like a sugar cube? When I finish, but you can be here, brother, cause I aim to please. I got a knife and a hammer and some antifreeze. Is it hard to speak through your missing teeth? But you try to fly, what's it take your eye? If you want to leave, then take my key. But I'm breaking these, I'm Boris the KGB. Oh, behave, brother.
I'm completely speechless. I don't know.
I remember Boris used to say, "Oh, behave, brother." Get it? Behave? It was awfully funny when Mother used to tell me to behave and I'd retort, "Oh, behave, Mother." Do you remember that, Mother? Yes, I do remember, you cheeky little shit. Then Mother would put you over a knee, but you didn't tell the man that, did you? Have you seen the version on YouTube where the movie speeds up every time Boris kills a dissident? It becomes quite dizzying.
With an isolated idiot, watching television is an escapism we all take for granted.
Well, Mother treated me to a modern television last year. She says if I'm good this year, she will allow me to keep the plug for an extra 10 minutes. But you haven't been good, have you, Harold? Tell the man about the carrot you stuck up your nose. I told you not to smuggle food in here. Well, Kevin likes a snack when we watch the first 23 minutes of a movie.
Thankfully, he stuck it in his nose and not anywhere else.
Harold still sleeps in the plastic race car bed he slept in as a child. You can imagine Harold dreaming about driving away from this isolated, childlike reality.
Well, I always had a passion for race cars as a child, but I suppose that passion has since left me, unlike the bed. Though I can't complain, the springs merely provide moderate pain and my feet dangle no more than 7 to 10 inches from the end of the mattress. Like Mother always says, as long as your head is above water, you can technically sleep anywhere.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates sandwiches. Do they really taste better cut diagonally? Let the evidence decide. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PBTV.
Okay, we didn't get a 10 on either of them, so I didn't expect the thing to be so violent. Like, goodness gracious! Like, I don't know how this game is rated, like what ages it is supposed to be played, but I'm quite scared to be quite frankly, I'm scared. Okay, so now we're gonna choose like the options that got us a 10 and see if there is like another ending. Okay, so last time I tried, I got it wrong. I chose the guitar, the rabbit, and the track because I thought all of them had a 10. But it wasn't the track, it was the paper stack. So now I'm gonna choose it again to see if there's a secret ending or something. Let's go!
Isolation is no joke. It's not just boring, it's lonely too. Nobody understands that more than the subject of tonight's episode of How to Cope with Boredom and Loneliness, a guide for the isolated. Hello, I'm Nigel Wimble. Harold Fletcher has been grounded to his bedroom since 1986. That's over 30 years. His mother has offered us a rare glimpse into his life as prisoner and son.
On your feet, Fletcher, you have a visitor.
I hope to learn how Harold has coped with the boredom and loneliness from 30 years of isolation. Music can take you to places only your ears can see. The guitar is Harold's vessel to unseen worlds, and he is the captain.
If Mother allows it, I will play you a new piece I've been working on, entitled Plastic Race Car Bed.
Yeah, the song I like.
Here we are, sitting in my car, my little plastic car. Yes, here we are. Oh my God, my little plastic car. Take me to the road and I sing this song. Old hot tar, not in my car. These tires are made for asphalt roads.
I love it when Nigel is my name. He's Harold. I love it, Harold.
Harold and his cohabiter, an overstuffed rabbit, have been through hell together, but at least had each other to ease the loneliness.
Yes, Kevin is a dear friend. We've become rather close over these past few years and perhaps more than just friends at this stage.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Kevin has needs and I have needs. I'm forever sewing that towel back on.
We saw this kind of thing go on in our prison episode, so I'm not entirely surprised to see it happen in here too. Whether this arrangement is mutual, we will never know. As Kevin has decided to remain quiet during the making of this documentary. I spied a screenplay Harold had been working on. A movie producer in the making. He certainly wouldn't look at a place in Hollywood. He decided to read me some lines from his new screenplay called Brad Planet and the Tentacle of Temptation.
She ran her slightly damp tentacle across his cheek as he gazed longingly into her compound eyes. I don't care that you tried to bite my head off during coitus. I love you, Sheila. Run away to planet Vargon with me. I love you too, Brad, but my father... Let me talk to him. He'll understand once I show him how much I love you. Now come here and kiss me. Oh, Brad. Sheila passionately kisses Brad with her 4 mouths. Brad slowly sticks his finger into her gooey. That will do, Harold. You're a bloody space pervert.
My time with Harold has come to an end. I hope one day he will find freedom and live a full life. Until then, he will continue to look for ways to cope with boredom and loneliness. I'm Nigel Wimble. Good night. Join us next week as Nigel investigates cows and why so many stomachs. 9 p.m. Wednesday night on PPTV.
Ooh, special ending. Whoa, another song? Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm gonna love it. I'm sure.
This is one I wrote for you, Kevin. When we're in my room alone, I start to take off all my clothes. I wish I had a camera phone, 'cause that's a nice erotic pose. Or we could make a calendar and you could be December. Oh, carrots help you see in the dark. We don't need lights when we fuck. I just need somewhere to park. Actually, I think it's too dark. I can't see anything. Can we put the lights on low? Oh, Kevin, you're a friend of mine. Through thick and thin, together to the end of time. Oh, Kevin, you're a friend of mine, but I never really took the time to find out what was on your mind, just what you have in your insides. Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry, I don't want to see you cry. Oh, Kevin, when we're making love, who you really thinking of? I know you like 'em strong and tall. Wait, no, not Mr. Wimble. I'm not sure he's into you or even available. Oh, Kevin, you're a friend of mine. Through thick and thin, together to the end of time.
Bravo!
Harold, I'm about to barge in, so make sure you're decent. Come in, Mother. You better not be touching Kevin up again. I'm merely serenading him, Mother. What are you doing with that camera? Where did you get it? I found it, Mother. Mr. Wimble must have dropped it. I thought I'd use it to record a song for Kevin. You can play it back if you want to listen. No, I don't want to bloody listen to it. You stole that camera, didn't you, you thieving little puss? What else have you been recording? Mummy's secrets? It will come back here looking for it, you know. He will come back here looking for it. Mummy's going to get changed. Give me that camera.
Oh, I'm scared.
I'll make sure Mr. Wimble gets what he's looking for. You stay up here in your bedroom. Okay, Mother. Don't hurt him like the other men.
Whoa, whoa, I don't want to come back. I really don't want to see them again. Excellent, yay! Okay, let's get back to the main menu. Woo! This thing was amazing. Like, I loved it. I loved the final song. Well, I really liked all the songs, but this one was perfect. I mean, I really liked the B songs also, but it was kind of messy. And I don't know. I hope I don't get problems with those lyrics, because it was hardcore. And no, but overall, I like the game. I would recommend it, like, to laugh a little. It's not very long. Maybe it could have more, like, when you choose different options, it could have like different like, it had different outcomes, but it was very simple. It was almost the same for all the options we chose. I would like it more if they had more options, but yeah, it was good. I loved the hidden ending, the special ending. The song was amazing. It took me a while to remember who Kevin and Mr. Winkle, or whatever whatever we're called, are, but yeah, it was fun. So yeah, guys, this is the video for today. I hope you liked it. Please write a comment, like, and subscribe, and see you on the next video.